God says, don't ignore this because this message has been sent straight from heaven to reach your heart right now. You were guided here by divine timing, not by accident. Something hidden has been revealed, and I need you to listen carefully. Two people very close to you have been speaking in secret, and their conversations have exposed a plan so dark that even they don't understand how far it would have gone. Heaven has seen every word they typed, every whisper they exchanged, and every intention behind their smiles. They thought their messages would stay private, but nothing hidden remains unseen when it concerns one of my chosen ones. You have felt the uneasiness in your spirit lately, haven't you? That quiet discomfort, the sudden chill when their names appear or their voices sound sweet but hollow, that was not paranoia. That was my warning through your spirit. I placed that sense of awareness inside you because your heart is too pure to imagine betrayal, yet I needed you to be alert before the storm arrived. With your $50 Super Thanks contribution, you're helping to share God's love and message with more people. Your support makes a big impact, and together we can spread blessings far and wide. May God's grace return to you abundantly. Tomorrow carries movement in the unseen realm. Those who plotted against you believe they are ready to strike, but they have no idea that I have already positioned angels at your door. They have planned to come near your home, to touch what belongs to you, to disturb your peace, but their steps will be frozen before they can enter. I am speaking because the spiritual attack they intended is meant to break your courage, to make you doubt yourself, to convince you that you are alone, but you are not alone. Heaven is watching you closely tonight. The angels are surrounding you like a circle of living light, and no curse or lie can pass through them. You have cried so many times asking why people you love keep turning against you, but my child, this is not punishment, it is revelation. I am exposing hearts so you will stop carrying those who secretly wish for your downfall. You have been loyal beyond measure, giving your love, your time, your prayers, your energy to those who only saw you as a ladder to climb. Their messages reveal what their hearts have always whispered, yet I am turning this exposure into your awakening. Do not panic about tomorrow, for though they are preparing an attack, I have already written victory in your name. Every word they spoke will return to them as a lesson, not to destroy, but to humble them before me. You must stay calm and silent. Do not argue, do not confront, do not feed the drama they are creating in darkness. Your silence is the weapon that disarms the enemy. I will fight this battle for you because it belongs to me, not to your emotions. My justice is never delayed, only precise. Even now, I am moving pieces in the unseen, shifting schedules, creating delays, confusing their communication so that what they meant for harm dissolves before it begins. They will not succeed because light always exposes shadow, and truth cannot be buried forever. You will soon witness a situation unfold that confirms everything I have said. Someone who has remained quiet will unexpectedly speak and reveal information you never asked for. That moment will be my sign to you that heaven has completed the exposure. Comment blessed if you know God is opening new doors for you. Do not fear when things start to feel tense around you, because the tension is simply darkness trembling at the light I placed inside you. You are a carrier of divine fire. When you walk into a room, spirits that intend harm cannot remain comfortable. That's why you've been feeling people withdraw or act strangely. It's not your fault. It's the reaction of darkness to holiness. Every betrayal that is surfacing now is my way of trimming the garden of your destiny so that only true hearts can grow beside you. You asked me for peace, and sometimes peace comes after the noise of truth. I'm allowing the exposure because you can no longer build your future with hidden enemies pretending to be friends. Tomorrow, they may try to come close, but I will make them forget their confidence. Their plan will fall apart in confusion. They will turn on each other, wondering why nothing works. When you see this, do not gloat or laugh, simply thank me quietly. Because your elevation requires purification, and I am cleaning your path before I crown you with new beginnings. Heaven's scrolls have already shifted in your favor. I am preparing blessings that were delayed because of the people you trusted too much. Comment thank you, Jesus, if you feel grateful for his love. Those delays are being removed now that truth has surfaced. You may feel pain when you learn what was said about you, but remember, pain is temporary when it serves the purpose of freedom. I am healing your heart even as you listen. Every tear you've shed in confusion is watering the soil of your breakthrough. You are not behind. You are being prepared. I have been pruning relationships to make space for divine replacements, people who will protect you, honor you, pray for you, and celebrate your light instead of envying it. You will soon meet new souls who carry peace like a fragrance. They will feel familiar because I've chosen them to walk with you in this next season. For now, I need you to rest. Do not replay the messages you might see or imagine their words over and over. Leave that weight to me, because the more you stare at the wound, the slower it heals. I am stitching your heart quietly, mending every torn place with threads of gold. By the time the sun rises after tomorrow, something will shift inside you. The heaviness will start to lift, and you will feel a calm strength that wasn't there before. That will be the first sign that the attack failed. I want you to know that I have counted every betrayal, but I have also counted every act of love you gave without being asked. You are seen, you are known, and you are protected. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because your destiny is sealed with my promise. Even when others conspire, I rewrite their endings. You are my child, and no conversation, no message, no secret meeting can change the plans I have written for you. I am walking through your home tonight, surrounding every wall with light. Your doorway, your windows, your room, all are marked with my presence. Sleep without fear. The storm may whisper outside, but inside my protection there is peace. Tomorrow will reveal who was truly for you and who never was, and though it may break your heart, it will also free your spirit. I am replacing pain with purpose, loss with learning, and betrayal with blessing. Nothing was wasted, not even your tears. The very people who thought they could harm you will become witnesses of your restoration. Hold your head high. Do not let bitterness take root, for bitterness blocks blessing. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because forgiveness keeps you connected to me. This battle is already won. All that remains is your trust. Stay close to me in prayer tonight. Speak softly, and I will speak back through peace in your chest. You are not forgotten. You are being announced in heaven. Soon, those who laughed will be silent, not out of shame, but out of awe at what I will do through you. Type victory if you believe breakthrough is coming. And when the next message comes to you, listen again, for I will continue to guide you step by step until every chain is broken and every promise fulfilled. My child, you do not understand how valuable you are in heaven's plan. There are things you carry inside you, kindness, vision, truth, that threaten darkness itself. This is why you are being attacked. It is not because you did wrong, but because you are close to something right. The enemy never fights the empty. He fights those who are full of purpose. And you, my beloved one, are overflowing with it. The very people who plotted against you were once touched by your goodness. You helped them when no one else would. You prayed for them when they couldn't pray for themselves. You believed in them when the world had turned its back, but they allowed jealousy to poison what was pure. They mistook your humility for weakness and your silence for defeat. Yet they did not realize that silence is the language of heaven. When I am working, I often make my children quiet, so the noise of others cannot interfere with my design. Right now, I am working behind what looks like stillness in your life. You may think nothing is happening, but every delay, every pause, every strange shift is carefully planned. Because tomorrow's attack will not touch you. It will expose them. Their anger will backfire. Their lies will trap themselves. Their intentions will reveal the truth they tried to hide. You will not need to defend yourself. Your peace will speak louder than any explanation. There will be a moment soon when they try to justify themselves, but their own words will contradict them. Let me handle it. You just keep your spirit gentle, your eyes forward, and your heart anchored in me. I have seen the tears that fall quietly when no one is around. I have felt the ache that hides behind your strength. I know how tired you are of being misunderstood, but I need you to hear this. I have not forgotten your faithfulness. Even when others mocked your prayers, I was counting them. Even when you thought I was silent, I was preparing the exact moment of your vindication. Your enemies are about to expose themselves completely. They are digging a pit, but they are standing at its edge without knowing it. They will fall into the trap of their own dishonesty. And you will walk forward untouched. I am not just protecting you from harm. I am protecting your name, your peace, your future. Heaven's courts have already ruled in your favor. The verdict is sealed. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment shall be silenced. Those who gathered in secret will scatter in confusion. Their plans will disintegrate like dust in the wind. Do you feel that warmth in your heart as you hear these words? That's not emotion. That's my presence confirming truth. I am here. Right now, speaking through every vibration of your spirit. Listen, this battle is not about them. It is about your preparation for something greater. What the enemy used for exposure, I am using for expansion. You are being stretched, not punished. You are being shaped into someone who can handle the blessings that are coming. Because once I lift you, you will need the strength to stay humble, and that strength is being built through this storm. Soon, you will stand in a season where the very people who betrayed you will need your mercy. You will not need revenge. You will offer forgiveness instead, and that forgiveness will become your crown. You will smile, not out of pride, but out of peace. And when that happens, heaven will release new doors of opportunity, financial restoration, healing in your family, and connections that will honor your heart. Everything you lost will return to you in better form. Every broken thing will be remade with beauty. This betrayal is not your ending. It's the birthplace of your transformation. I am not letting them win. I am using them to reveal how strong I made you. Child, hear me. Stop asking why they hate you. Their hate is simply confusion. They see your light and mistake it for arrogance. They see your peace and mistake it for indifference. They see your blessings and think you did nothing to earn them. But I saw the nights when you gave your last bit of strength just to keep faith alive. I saw how you forgave before being asked. I saw how you smiled while breaking, and I promised heaven itself that I would not let your kindness go unrewarded. So do not be afraid of the messages that were leaked. Do not tremble at their gossip. What they thought would shame you will instead glorify you. Because every time darkness tries to expose my chosen ones, I turn it into testimony. People will hear what was said about you and realize how false it was by seeing your grace. You will rise above it so beautifully that their lies will look like dust compared to your glow. Your enemies will regret not standing beside you when they had the chance. Soon, you will see invitations and apologies, some genuine, some not. Discern carefully. You are entering a season where everyone will want access to you, but not everyone deserves it. I will give you the gift of spiritual discernment. When someone's energy feels wrong, believe it. When you sense hesitation in your soul, trust it. I speak first through peace and discomfort. You don't need proof to obey your intuition. Your intuition is my whisper. And when I whisper, I protect. So tomorrow, when you feel uneasy, stay home or stay still. Do not move out of fear, move out of wisdom. I will guide your every step. Even the smallest decisions will be directed by my spirit. You will find yourself delayed in ways that save you, rerouted in ways that bless you. That's not coincidence. That's me steering your destiny. Do not be surprised if someone tries to provoke you, to make you respond emotionally. Stay calm. Silence is power. Grace is armor. Faith is fire. And you, my child, are wrapped in all three. I am preparing a divine reversal. The same people who mocked your prayers will soon ask you how to pray. The ones who ignored you will seek your wisdom. The ones who laughed will witness your elevation. You are about to enter a but God moment where everything they planned will fail, but everything I promised will begin. They thought tomorrow would be the day they attacked you, but tomorrow will be the day I elevate you. You will wake up to divine movement. Doors that were locked will begin to open. News that once frightened you will suddenly work in your favor. And when you realize it, you will understand that I never left. I was there in every delay, every heartbreak, every sleepless night. I was training you to trust without seeing. Now you will see without doubting. Your faith has been tested, and you have passed. From this moment forward, every test becomes testimony. Every attack becomes advancement. Every delay becomes divine redirection. Child, lift your eyes. Your redemption is here. Heaven is celebrating you. Angels are whispering your name. They are preparing blessings too large for your imagination. I am restoring your confidence. You wanted answers quickly, and you wanted doors to open immediately. But I slowed the pace, so your foundation could settle before the blessing arrived. You were frustrated with the waiting, and you were tired of delays. Yet every moment of stillness was working in your favor. I was protecting you from paths that would have drained you, and I was steering you away from choices that would have wounded you. Even when you felt abandoned by my timing, you thought nothing was happening, and you thought your prayers were going unnoticed. But heaven was rearranging things behind the scenes while you doubted your worth. You are stepping into a season where hidden battles will be revealed and hidden blessings will surface. Because the veil over your journey is being lifted gently. You will see why certain people left your life, and you will understand why certain doors remain closed. Because clarity is the gift I am placing into your hands now. Your neighbor sensed a shift because the spiritual realm around you was stirring. And their warning was part of the divine orchestration meant to bring you awareness. They didn't know the full picture, and they couldn't see what heaven saw. But their spirit reacted to the energy that was beginning to surround your path. They felt the tension because your breakthrough was drawing near. And breakthroughs often trigger spiritual resistance before they unfold. Do not resent the resistance, and do not fear the pressure. Because pressure is proof that something powerful is coming into existence. You felt tired because your spirit was stretching, and you felt emotional because your heart was shedding old layers that could not follow you into your new life. You cried more in recent days, and you felt overwhelmed by things you couldn't explain. Because emotional release is often the final step before elevation. You were not losing control, and you were not falling apart. For you were shedding what no longer belonged to you. I am removing old fears from your mind, and I am pulling old pain out of your spirit. Because you cannot carry yesterday into the promise I am preparing for you. You will feel lighter soon, and you will breathe easier soon. Because your spirit is healing from wounds you've been carrying for years. You have walked through seasons that forced you to harden yourself. And you learned to act strong even when your heart felt fragile. But now I am softening you again, and I am restoring the tenderness you buried. Because healing requires softness, and growth requires vulnerability. You will not be harmed in your softness, and you will not be broken in your vulnerability. For I am shielding you in this season of transformation. You will begin to trust again, and you will begin to open your heart again. Because I am sending people who will treat your soul gently. You have spent too long hiding behind strength, and you have spent too long pretending you didn't need help. But this chapter will teach you how deeply cherished you are. You will see people show up for you in ways you never expected. And you will experience support that feels foreign at first, because you learn to survive alone. But you will adjust to being cared for, and you will grow comfortable with being valued. Because love is being restored to your life in divine timing. Your neighbor's concern was just the beginning of the love and protection I am pouring over your story. and you will see the rest unfold with perfect precision. You are not stepping into danger, but stepping away from it. And the warning was not to frighten you, but to position you on the right path. Everything that once threatened to hurt you has lost its authority, and every force that tried to drain you has been cut off from your life. I have surrounded you with protection, and I have reinforced the borders of your spirit. Because your purpose is too precious to be vulnerable to old weapons. You will feel the shift in your atmosphere, and you will sense the peace settling around you. Because the war over your life has already ended. Now you will walk in calmness, and you will walk in clarity. Because I am leading you into a future filled with safety and certainty. The confusion that once clouded your thinking will fade, and the heaviness that sat on your heart will dissolve. Because light always replaces darkness when I enter. You will notice signs, and you will hear guidance. Because your spiritual senses are awakening in ways you have not experienced before. You will dream more clearly, and you will feel nudges more strongly. Because I am sharpening your discernment, so you can navigate this new season with confidence. No step you take from here will be taken alone, and no decision you make will be made blindly. For I will be whispering direction into your spirit without hesitation. Trust the shifts in your heart, and trust the changes in your desires. Because I am aligning you with a path that will bring joy where you once felt emptiness. You will no longer chase what drains you, and you will no longer seek validation from places that cannot nourish you. Because your value is being revealed to you now. I am calling you higher, and I am pulling you forward. Because you were born for a destiny that cannot be delayed any longer. You will rise with strength, and you will rise with clarity, and your rise will not be quiet. Because heaven rejoices when you step into who you were created to be. Walk with courage and move with trust. Because everything ahead of you carries my blessing. You have been holding on by threads, and you have been surviving on hope that felt thin. And yet your spirit kept reaching upward even when your body felt tired. You thought you were weak because the struggle felt heavy. But you were incredibly strong because you continued forward despite the weight. You questioned your purpose, and you questioned your worth. Yet every moment of doubt was met with my quiet reassurance that you were created with intention. I shaped you for more than the battles you endured, and I designed you for more than the storms that tried to overwhelm you. Because your story carries depth that darkness cannot erase. Your neighbors sensed this depth, and they felt the stirring around your life. And their spirit reacted to a shift they couldn't explain with words. They felt the urgency pressing against the atmosphere, and they felt the spiritual activity surrounding your path. Because heaven was preparing a major change for you. They didn't know what was coming, and they didn't know why they felt compelled to warn you. But their intuition aligned with divine movement. I placed a concern in their heart, and I breathed awareness into their soul. Because sometimes I speak to you through those who are watching your life from the outside. You may not always hear me clearly when your heart is heavy, and you may not always sense the danger when your emotions are loud. So I send gentle messengers to guide you. You brushed off the warning, and you minimized their intuition. Not because you were stubborn, but because you were overwhelmed. You have been juggling too much, and you have been carrying too many silent battles. And your spirit has been tired from fighting without rest. But hear me now and feel this truth settle into you. Because you are not meant to carry everything alone. I am lifting the burdens from your shoulders, and I am breaking the chains around your spirit. Because you have reached the turning point of your journey. You will feel lighter in the days ahead, and you will feel more grounded in your thoughts. Because my peace is entering the cracks where fear used to live. You will notice your heart calming, and you will sense your mind clearing. Because I am removing the fog that confusion left behind. You have been walking through a spiritual transition, and you have been stepping out of an old identity. And transitions often bring emotional turbulence before clarity arrives. You felt lost because you were outgrowing old versions of yourself. And you felt uncertain because the new chapter had not fully revealed itself yet. But you are shifting beautifully, and you are evolving purposefully. Because your spirit is awakening to a higher calling. You will soon understand why you felt disconnected from old patterns and old environments. Because you are being moved to places where you will thrive. You will no longer fit into small spaces, and you will no longer shrink to make others comfortable. Because your spirit is expanding with divine intention. You will attract opportunities that match your purpose, and you will meet people who align with your destiny. Because I am removing everything that hindered your growth. The relationships that fell apart were not failures, and the connections that ended were not punishments. For I removed what was blocking your blessing. You will see why certain souls could not stay, and you will understand why certain hearts could not walk with you. Because this next chapter requires stability and truth. Anyone who brought chaos to your life cannot follow you, and anyone who drained your spirit cannot enter this sacred season. Because peace is now your portion. You will notice the atmosphere around you shifting, and you will feel your spirit becoming lighter. Because I am cleansing the energy around your life. I am removing unseen negativity, and I am silencing spiritual noise. Because clarity cannot flourish where chaos is allowed to linger. Your discernment will sharpen, and your intuition will strengthen. Because your spirit is being tuned to my frequency. You will know who is for you and who is against you. And you will sense truth even when people try to disguise their intentions. Because I am illuminating your path. You will no longer walk blindly, and you will no longer trust impulsively. Because I am teaching you how to see with spiritual eyes. You will notice signs I send, and you will recognize the nudges of my guidance. Because your awareness will grow with every step you take. Do not fear the unknown, and do not hesitate when I direct you. Because I am guiding you to places of blessing you cannot yet imagine. You have prayed for peace, and you have prayed for healing. And both are approaching your life with divine speed. You have waited long enough, and you have endured enough storms. So now I am sending calm that will settle into your soul, like sunlight breaking through clouds. You will find yourself smiling at moments you once dreaded, and you will feel joy returning to places that felt empty. Because restoration is entering your life. You will feel your heart warming, and you will feel hope rising. Because the season of heaviness is ending. Everything that felt uncertain will begin to make sense, and everything that once hurt will begin to heal. Because I am turning your pain into wisdom. You will look back and see how every struggle shaped you, and every heartbreak refined you. Because nothing you endured was wasted. You will rise stronger, and you will rise wiser. Because your growth has been carved through fire, but polished through grace. You will soon discover that you survived things that should have broken you. And that survival is proof of the purpose I placed within you. Walk with your head lifted and your heart open. Because what is coming is better than what was lost. You have been trying to make sense of everything happening around you, and you have been replaying moments in your mind. But clarity comes not from overthinking, but from listening to my whisper. You have fought battles in silence, and you have hidden pain behind your strength. Yet I saw every moment you collapsed when no one was watching. You thought no one understood you, and you believed no one noticed your struggle. But heaven took note of every tear that fell from your eyes. You held on to hope even when it felt fragile, and you kept moving forward even when your steps felt heavy. And that resilience is why you are stepping into a season of divine reward. Your neighbors sensed the battle around you, and they felt a shift in the atmosphere. Because sometimes those near you feel your storm before you speak of it. They saw the tiredness in your eyes, and they heard the heaviness in your voice. And even though you try to hide it, your spirit spoke louder than your words. I allowed them to feel the urgency, and I placed concern in their heart. Because you needed someone to stand as a silent guardian when your strength was fading. Their warning may have confused you, and their concern may have felt strange. But it was my way of nudging you toward safety. You were close to repeating old patterns, and you were close to stepping into a situation that could have drained your spirit. So I intervened softly through someone already standing near your life. You have ignored your intuition before, and you have doubted your inner voice. But now your sensitivity is sharpening because I am awakening your spiritual ears. You will begin to trust the tug in your spirit, and you will start recognizing the signs I send. Because you are learning to hear me without doubting yourself. You have been seeking direction, and you have been asking for answers. Yet the direction you seek is already forming within you. Your desires are shifting, and your heart is outgrowing certain environments. Because you are stepping into the identity I always intended for you. You were not meant to stay small, and you were not meant to settle for half-formed dreams. So I am stirring discomfort in places where you no longer belong. The frustration you feel is not failure, and the restlessness you feel is not confusion. For both are symptoms of spiritual growth. You are being called higher, and you are being pulled toward purpose. And your spirit can sense the elevation even before your mind understands it. You have been feeling distant from old routines, and you have been craving change without knowing why. Because the old chapter has expired. What once satisfied you no longer fulfills you, and what once comforted you now feels empty. Because you are stepping into a new season where deeper meaning awaits. You will soon find yourself drawn to new ideas and new opportunities. Because I am aligning your path with people and places designed to help you grow. You will begin to feel inspired again, and you will start dreaming again. Because your creativity is being revived with divine breath. You will stop questioning your worth, and you will stop minimizing your potential. Because you are beginning to see yourself the way I see you. You are not broken beyond repair, and you are not behind in life. For everything you lost will be restored with greater purpose. You will find peace settling into your heart, and you will feel confidence replacing fear. Because healing is rising within you like dawn after a long night. You will rise slowly at first, and then suddenly. Because breakthroughs often begin subtly before they unfold dramatically. You will feel blessings approaching before they appear, and you will sense opportunities forming before they manifest. Because your spirit is awakening. Do not fear the speed of this shift, and do not resist the changes happening around you. For I am orchestrating everything with precision. The people who come into your life in this season will bring clarity, and the opportunities that appear will bring expansion. Because I am surrounding you with purpose,